SimSweetie and welcome to the speed build video where I will be building the Berry Frost ice cream shop. I don't really know where I got that name from. I was just like looking up names for frozen yogurt shops and I combined some words and created that name. So that's a thing that has happened. But if you are not aware, which you most likely are, the Sims 4 Cool Kitchen stuff came out just a couple of days ago. And with that came the ice cream machine, so I knew I had to build an ice cream shop. But I was actually inspired by frozen yogurt shops, and I feel like frozen yogurt shops are like a really big thing in California, and maybe other places in the world. I'm not really sure, I just know in California there are a lot of them. My two favorite frozen yogurt places are probably Pinkberry and Yogurtland, so that's sort of where the inspiration comes from. It is, you will need like Get to Work, that expansion pack, yeah, to use this lot, but there is no custom content, so if you don't like CC, this is CC free. And there is like the Get to Work functions enabled basically, so you can like make the ice cream and sell it. But what I meant it to be more as is there are a lot of machines because a lot of yogurt places are self-serve places, and my brother's friends are firing Nerf bullets at my door. Alright, well, hopefully they stop doing that. But that was kind of where I was going with this build. I tried to make it really bright and colorful and just like kind of clean looking too, I guess I would say, and very open and modern. And I actually did not use a lot of cool kitchen items in this build because I don't really like a lot of the items. Like, just being honest. But I mostly actually use spa day items, so I would say you're probably going to need spa day to download this because I used a lot of spa day things. So yeah, it's a thing. It is definitely a thing. I really like everything that comes with spa day, and it's also modern and just exactly what I was going for. So yeah, but what? I just started saying like 4 things at once. Okay, one at a time, Macy. First thing I was going to say is this is up on the gallery. My origin ID is realsimsweetie. I also have it written in the description, so you can check it out there. Or it is, what am I saying? It's up on the origin. Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say there. Yeah, just download it. If you want to. I don't know where this voiceover is going. I'm tired. I've done a lot of talking today. I have. Okay. So what do I want to talk about next? Here I am getting the ice cream displays. By the way, the front of the store like changes completely by the end of this video. I just googled like, I think it was like modern storefronts or something like that. And I saw this picture of this one place that looked really nice, so that's kind of what I tried to mimic. At first I did like darker colors on the outside, but then I changed it and made it lighter. And right here I'm building the part where the ice cream machines will go. And I did actually put bathrooms in this build. I feel like I never put bathrooms in my builds, but I remembered to this time, so that's cool. It's built on a 30 by 20 lot, if you were curious. That is a thing, and it's a retail lot. That is also a thing. I was trying to get these podiums to work, or whatever you call these exactly, but they wouldn't work with the ice cream machines. You had to use a counter, so I was like, alright. But let's talk about something that's not related to the build right now, okay? Okay. So, this isn't sponsored, by the way, what I'm about to say. I went to Chick-fil-A today, and I got the frozen lemonade, and it was so good. It's like a milkshake with lemonade. Oh my goodness, I enjoyed it so much. Would recommend that if you're gonna go to Chick-fil-A anytime soon. You gotta get that because it was fantastic. I love ice cream. Actually, that kind of ties into this build because it was like a milkshake, which is like ice cream. So yeah, it was like lemony ice cream sort of, which doesn't sound that pleasant, but I love lemonade and I love ice cream. Ice cream is like my weakness. I enjoy it very, very much. What are we doing here? We're moving some windows. That's cool. Okay, so there's that. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was Big Brother, because this is the first year that I've watched Big Brother. Yeah, I know, kind of crazy, because it's been on for like, I don't know, this is like the 17th season, so it's been on for like 17 years. but I just finally decided to watch it, and I'm like really into it. Like, I haven't seen the episode from Wednesday. I've seen like not even, probably like 25% of it, but I have to finish that tonight, and then I'll watch the episode from today that hasn't been, what would you call it, aired yet, I guess. Yeah, I was gonna say uploaded, and I'm like, no, it's a YouTube term. But yes, I have to watch that, and I'm very excited for it. I don't want to like spoil it for anyone who's like behind, so I'm not gonna say anything too specific, but my favorite people are probably, I like anyone who's basically not in the Sixth Sense alliance, which is really difficult to say, but yes, I like, if they're not in that alliance, then they're good to me. I think so anyway. Oh, I'm working on bathrooms, and I use these like frosted glass doors, which might not be ideal for toilet stalls, but you know what are you gonna do? I mean, am I right, everyone? The bathrooms are really nice, actually, like very modern looking, and I was like, do frozen yogurt shops really have this nice of a bathroom? But I was like, whatever. They're 4 sinks, and then they have doors with toilets. Exciting stuff, everyone. And I use one of like the get to work signs outside, as you can see. And we'll just pretend it says Barry Frost in Simlish. That name is really random. I didn't have a reason for me choosing that name. It just kind of felt like it. So, oh, another thing I can talk about is the survey. If you guys don't know, I currently am doing a survey about what you want to see on my channel. I'll put the link to take... I don't think I'm speaking words right now. I'll put the link to take the survey in the description. So if you want to take it, that would be really nice. There's only 9 questions, and it'll only take like 2 minutes to take because they're all multiple choice. There's one option where you can add an additional comment if you want to, but you don't have to. And it's free, so if you want to do that, then that would be greatly appreciated. But yes, I have been looking at your guys' answers, and I'm finding them interesting. I really like statistics, and I just thought that this would be a good way to kind of group together your guys' opinions. And I go back to school on the 24th, I think, is when I go back. So I might have somewhat of an uploading schedule, but it won't be like super strict, you know, more just like for myself to kind of stay organized. But it's not going to be like, on this day I post this, you know, it'll just kind of be my own sort of thing. But I just want to know what you guys really want to see so I can focus on that. And, you know, put additional videos in there as well. But I want to try to mostly get the videos that you guys want up. So, hiccup there. That was real cute. After this, I'm going to eat a snack. I'm going to eat some peanut butter sandwich crackers. I already brought the pack upstairs. Can you hear that? I don't know why I'm doing that to the microphone, but someone just hit my door with a Nerf bullet again. Cool stuff. Real cool stuff. What am I doing here? I'm not even like, oh, okay. There we go. So I'm just kind of looking around. I'm kind of getting to the point in this build where I'm like decorating a little bit more, a little less of, you know, just like laying things out. We're getting closer to the point where I get to put in like floors and wallpaper and all of that stuff. I'm actually doing lighting right now, so that is kind of fun. I really do like these lights that came with Cool Kitchen stuff. The things that I like from Cool Kitchen are like these chairs are pretty nice, you know, they're nice and colorful. I mean, I like the actual like counters and stuff in the fridge, but like wasn't really what I wanted to use in this build. So I didn't really use any of them because I didn't think they look modern enough. I mean, they just kind of looked like generic. So I didn't end up using much Cool Kitchen stuff. But, oh, and those posters are really cool where there's like a bunch of different designs on them. I used one of them in this build, so yes. And now I'm doing wallpaper. I wanted some really bright colors, and I started off with this blue, but I really wanted a neon green. And I have some custom content wallpaper installed that would have a really nice green, but I didn't want to use custom content, so I found these walls that came with Spa Day, and I thought that neon green was perfect, so I went with that. And then I wanted to incorporate some stone because I really like how Pinkberry has like their floors kind of look like pebbles, like if you've ever been in a Pinkberry. So that's kind of what I was going for. As you'll see, I'll start trying to pick out some kind of stone floors, which I didn't really find any that I really liked, but I did find some stone that I was pretty content with. And the floor that I used for most of it is like a white, almost tiley looking flooring from Spade. I love that floor. I think Spade honestly has better build by mode stuff than Cool Kitchen. So, I mean, I know it's twice the price, but Cool Kitchen is not a very good stuff pack at all. I'm kind of like, I like it and I don't necessarily regret purchasing it, but you know, when you think about it, it's not good. So yeah, I really would not recommend that stuff pack. It just kind of seems like a rushed stuff pack, like they were just trying to get something out there. I would definitely say go for Spade, or, I mean, like I said, it's twice the price, but just save your money and get that. Or save your money and get Together when it comes out, because I feel like that might be a good expansion pack. It sounds pretty cool right now. I mean, we don't know that much about it, but it's intriguing. And I feel like it could be one of those expansion packs that doesn't sound that good, but then you get it and it's like fantastic, you know? I cannot wait for us to get the Generations expansion pack. I mean, I feel like I'm the only person who feels like this, but I don't want toddlers that much. Like, if we never get toddlers, I won't be that upset, and I think I'm the only person who feels like that. But, like, I would be okay with them if we did get them. I think I would really like them. And then there was also talk of preteens, which could be really interesting to add to the storylines. I think I would really like that also. And I really just feel like the teens and children need more content right now. There's not a lot for them to do. So I think that's something that should be added ASAP. I'm really hoping it's the next expansion pack after Get Together. And then after that, I would like some sort of, you know, nightlife or late night sort of expansion pack, I think, you know, with apartments and cities and stuff. But we'll see what happens. I mean, we will. Because, yeah, I think Generations we need, so that is a thing. And what are we doing right now? We're doing some wallpaper. Look at that little decor here. I think we're almost done with the interior, and then we start working on the outside a little bit more. I don't know, you guys obviously already saw, but I did change the windows to be white because I just felt like it was weird for the outside to have sort of a darker appearance, and then you go inside and it's all like bright and cheery. But I, you know, just wanted to kind of tone it down a bit on the outside. At first I was trying to put some shelves in here, but I ended up switching it out for one of the posters that came with Cool Kitchen. I did the one with the lemons, I believe they are, and because it was blue and I didn't have a whole lot of blue in here. It's mostly pink and green with some accents of like a blue color, like some of the ice cream machines are blue and the bathroom is blue. But I love all of these pictures so much. They're fantastic. And speaking of pictures, stick around till the end because I will have some pictures at the end. How many times did I just say pictures there? I don't know, a lot. And I realized I put the doors on backwards. I said that oddly. So I went ahead and fixed that. And I was looking for some decor items to put there, and then I'm like, okay, no, I don't like this. And then I tried out a billion other different things, and then I found this thing, and I was like, okay, let's switch this up. So this wiry design thingy-mabob that I believe came with perfect patio stuff ended up right behind the cash register because I really like how that thing looks. I use that a lot, and I like, you know, using like 2 or 3 of them in a row. I just think they look cool. And I added some plants. I didn't want there to be too many plants, but I added some bamboo because I don't know, I thought it looked kind of interesting. I think it came with a spade, the bamboo that I used. I think there's only like 1 bamboo plant, I'm pretty sure. And now I'm working on the exterior, it looks like. So I ended up changing the front like wood panels to one that looked even more like my reference image right here. I was so excited when I found that because it was like exactly what I had been wanting. And then pretty much the rest of the building is just this like, a grayish kind of wood thing. I don't know. I really like how it ended up. I just hit my microphone and I think it's like my audio spiked right there. I apologize. And then I messed around with these bamboo plants, but I thought it looked way too symmetrical. I'm kind of thinking about making another ice cream shop that's less like frozen yogurt kind of inspired. I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting some ideas on that. I really like doing speed builds, honestly. Oh, and by the way, off camera, I did change it up a tiny bit more because I wanted to add a couple tables outside. So you'll see if you download it, there are some tables that are just like the ones inside on the outside because I wanted to do that. I felt like, I don't know, it needed something and it worked. So right now I'm working on the roof. I put a trim, and then I think it's a little bit later in the video, but I did some like latticing kind of with the fence that I believe came with a patch, I'm pretty sure. And I really like the way it looks. I think it adds some sort of like extra detail. I didn't put any plants up there because I don't know, I felt it looked a little bit more modern without the plants. And then I centered the lot, and I believe, yes, we are working on foliage, so I'm just picking out my pathway, what the print I want it to be, and then I just did that, except I'm struggling with it here. Beautiful, that looks great, Macy. And I was messing around with this glass thing here, and then I decided I didn't like it. So I just used this fence, which came in handy. I think it's like the first time I've used it since that patch has come out. Maybe I've used it before, I'm not really sure actually. So I really enjoyed using this. It's just a nice simple sort of fence. It's not really even a fence, it's just like a little border trimming. I don't know what you'd call it. And I put some hedges in there because I like never use hedges ever, so I wanted to do that. And I don't know if someone was knocking on my door or if that was a Nerf bullet hitting my door, but those are the questions we ask ourselves. I also added some bushes out front just for some detail, or I guess they're hedges. Hedges. Oh my. And then I actually switched out the hedges that I was using for ones that were taller and less round, and I felt like they looked a little bit more like clean cut, I guess you could say. I'm sitting on my leg really weird right now. It's kind of uncomfortable. That's okay. And from here, I looked around and, I added a tree. I put a tree in. I don't always put trees in my builds because I feel like they can kind of obstruct your view. Is that the right word for that? I don't know. It kind of makes it hard to see a little bit more, but I don't know. Hopefully I put this at a good angle, and then I just added some dirt right there, and I eventually put in a rock, and I think a bush next to it goes there later. Yeah. Is this the most exciting commentary you've ever heard? I think so. I got like a hair in the back of my throat. Unpleasant. And for some reason, I've never thought about the fact that you could just like scale up bushes, because I've always felt like, oh, this one's way too small. But like, you can just scale them up and make them bigger. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. So I used these flowers and these plants, I don't know what they're called, and then I just kind of, put some dirt. And I think I added a rock, and it was all good. I was very pleased with this. So, yes, we're getting closer to the end of this build, and I don't even know what I do after this point. Like, just adding dirt. Hiccuped again. Cool stuff. And added a little bit more detail right here. And added a rock. I really think this is the most exciting commentary you've ever heard. And then I added another bush. Oh my goodness. I was messing around with that bush at that point. It was getting real big. It was fun. And I spent a really long time on like landscaping. Wow. Impressive. Now I'm looking at the inside. Oh, this is when I add like the latticing, and right here in a second. I was first messing with that one roof thing that I still don't really know what it's called, that thing right there. And I could not get it to like look good, and then I was like, wait, you can create that other thing and it works out better, and I liked it so much more. So we will do that in just a second, because I realized that this looks really dumb. Actually, I don't even remember if I did that on camera or not. I think I did. Because like that didn't look too bad, but I like the way I ended up doing it much more. So I think that is just about it for this speed build, so make sure to download it on the gallery if you like it. I would really appreciate it. And stay tuned for screenshots. Make sure to subscribe. I'll talk to you guys all later. And yeah, bye!